Hey guys, so we are here on YouTube. Nobody's here yet. We'll see if anybody appears. But anyways, I tried to set this up, so you may have gotten a link that doesn't work. So I had to kind of play around with it, and it's on. I'm using my phone right now on a tripod, in case you're wondering.
Have you guys ever noticed that Erin says anyways? Anyways.
Hey! So we've got Scott on with us.
Scott.
This reminds me, I need to actually have my laptop open too so I can reply to you guys. Hey guys, Ashley from Wisconsin here. You are so inspirational and I have loved every one of your recipe videos I've made. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And hey Jessica, we're actually making one of our YouTube recipes right now. We're doing our Indian, what is it called on YouTube? It's like an Indian stew of sorts. It's really good.
Cauliflower curry stew.
Red lentil cauliflower curry stew, and it's so good. Lynn McDonald says hi. Hi Lynn. So yeah, right now we're cooking dinner and we're gonna talk to you guys about how to be happy and healthy for the holidays, answer any of your questions. They can be plant-based or vegan or pregnancy related or workout and fitness related or mindfulness and meditation related.
They could be about anything.
Anything. I mean, obviously, Dusty says if you want to learn how to change a light bulb, that works too. He's like kind of a lighting expert. So let me see here. How do I get tuned in for this live so I can start chatting with you guys? Holding the phone on the tripod and trying to navigate my computer and talk all at the same time. Here we go. Live now. Oh, that's me. Here we go. Live. Interesting. Live now. Okay, I gotta mute that. All right, so now I have the chat box open, so as you guys text or type in questions and stuff, I can see those and keep up that way. But do you want to have a sneak peek at our dinner? Scott asked, do you guys have ideas for plant-based turkey/Thanksgiving options? That's funny that you ask because we just had our Friendsgiving feast here at our house like a couple weeks ago. It was on November 1st. And we made all kinds of good dishes, but we didn't have any mock meats or like alternatives. But we wish that we would have, and we think we might do like a tofurkey or something fun, just for the heck of it. We're gonna eat at my parents' house with Dusty's mom and brother and girlfriend will be there. Then my parents and my brother, and then his little boy, our nephew Isaiah. So we're super excited. We always bring lots of dishes, but we're for sure gonna experiment with like some kind of turkey-esque dish.
What do you guys think? Tofurkey? I mean, it looks kind of weird, but it might be kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I Googled it and I was looking at pictures and I was like, that's pretty legit. So we're gonna give it a go. But anyway, here is, I didn't say anyways, it's anyway, he says. So this is our Indian stew. Are those red lentils?
Yep, red lentils.
It's like a tomato
paste.
Curry paste and like a tomato-y type sauce.
Yep.
Really good and hearty. We'll put all kinds of veggies in it. But yeah, as far as, you know, kind of the theme of this video. Hi Carolyn from New Hampshire. As far as the topic of this video goes, we don't have to be too like rigid or structured with it, but I think it is important to learn about how to be happy and healthy for the holidays, because happiness and health both go hand in hand. And I don't know about you guys, but right now I'm just feeling like really overwhelmed between like about to have a baby and like preparing for the holidays. I mean, we've got a Christmas tree that's like lit and there's like 3 ornaments on it, so we've got decorating for that to do and decorating to do for our nursery, which we did a little bit today. It's just a lot to take in all at once. I'm gonna look at these questions here that I'm missing out on. Are you guys gonna have more recipe videos coming soon? Yeah, we have one coming are we doing it this weekend?
What the what
Releasing it? Yeah, we have one that's like kind of a Buddha bowl / one bowl, and we are doing something kind of unique with it. So it's gonna be like a super complete meal. If you're feeling like you're not getting everything you need on a daily basis, this is gonna be that one bowl that's gonna give you everything, like your one-stop shop. So I think you guys are gonna like that one a lot. Let's see. Ashley says she bought a Field Roast brand Celebration Roast. That sounds good. We'll have to check that out. Kate asks, how are you feeling, Erin? I'm feeling really good. I feel like my belly's starting to get big, which, you know, for having a month to go and only really now starting to feel like I've got something to show for it. I think I've gotten away with, I don't know, I think I've gotten away with a lot. I'm pretty lucky being long and lean and not having to be that uncomfortable. But I'm feeling pretty ready for things to just move along. I think we were both feeling like we've educated ourselves and we've prepared ourselves pretty well. We're, like I said, we pretty much have our nursery set up, so I'm feeling good and still have lots of energy, which is a plus. Jessica said, I'm currently vegetarian and have been craving meat a lot lately. I've been considering doing pescatarian, but afraid that I'll go back to eating meat again because I'd be one step away from it. Well, I think if you're gonna do the pescatarian thing, that can work out great for a lot of people. Just make sure that you're eating clean sources of fish, but you know, if you're worried that that might cascade into eating like other animal products, then I mean, you don't necessarily need fish to survive or to thrive. That's my take. It's hard to find clean fish anyways. Manuela says, hi guys from Naples, Florida. Man, I wish we were in Florida right now. We've been always talking about, like, I've always wanted to take Dusty to Disney World because I don't think you're ever too old for Disney. But now that we're having a baby, I'm like, now we have to wait. That would just not be nice. You can't bring a newborn to Disney World. There's not really much for them to do. So we'll have to hold out on the Disney trip. But we're still due for a Florida visit. I don't want to go back to eating meat. I know it's wrong and not good for me, but I've been eating meat and dairy my whole life, and I've been vegetarian for a year. Well, it's just one of those things that you build momentum, you know, you build momentum around, and the longer you go, then the easier it is to say no and just stick to it, and the less cravings your body will have. If you've already been vegetarian for a year, then that's a solid amount of time under your belt, I would say, just to stick with it. And there's enough crazy mock meats in the world to kind of satisfy your cravings as you're progressing. Try the Gardein 7-grain chicken strips. It's a really good alternative for when you're craving meat. Oh, that does sound good. Yeah, that's something we're bad about. We don't have any experience with any of the mock meats, but we're about to find out. I think we'll do something cool for Thanksgiving. Do you generally work out daily? How do you, let's see, Ashley asked. Okay, yeah, Dusty usually works out every other day, and I usually work out every day, but I usually take a day off where I will do like active recovery, which would be like stretching and yoga, maybe cleaning the house and things like that I'm still moving, but just not as intensely. But I do work out every day and I change it up. So my favorite is cardio. I love spin classes, especially since being pregnant. It's really nice to just be on a stationary bike and it's low impact. So I'm still doing spin classes like once, twice a week, or with my bike trainer, if you guys saw that video I just posted recently. I love to run. I've been running shorter distances lately, but still getting out and running, luckily, with Bo. And then I do a lot of workout videos. If you guys have heard of Beachbody, they have like an on-demand program and that you can watch like all of their videos from your Apple TV. So I pick videos to do on there all the time. They're kind of like HIIT style workouts, and lately I've just been modifying some of like the jumpier moves and making them lower impact. And then on top of that, I started teaching bar classes recently. So those are another low impact, really sculpting and toning workout that I love, and I really want to share a bar workout on YouTube. So hopefully we'll get that in the works soon. 79 degrees in Sarasota right now. That sounds really nice. It's probably like 29 here. So at least it's good timing to have a baby because we'll be able to hibernate and just kind of hunker down and relax inside for a while. But Elizabeth says Trader Joe's has a turkeyless turkey as well. That sounds interesting. I'll have to check that out. I think I might be making a stop there tomorrow anyways. How do you stay motivated to work out daily? Oh, okay, that cut out on the first go around. I think the best way to stay motivated is before you go to bed at night, you know that in the morning you're working out, if you're a morning worker outer, or if it's right after work, whenever you choose to work out. Lately for me, working out first thing in the morning has been the most helpful because I just get up, I let myself wake up a little bit, and maybe a half hour later, I've got my workout stuff on and I'm downstairs to do a workout, or I'm out the door to the gym, or in our garage, or on the bike path, whatever it may be. Like, it's just, there's no question. I like to do it first thing in the morning because I don't have that time to really, battle with myself whether I'm gonna do it or not. And sometimes that can just cause a lot of unwanted stress and anxiety waiting, like, am I gonna get this workout in today? So just getting up early, having that me time, and just making it happen. Just don't question it. And the more you can kind of like eating healthy, the more momentum you can gain around that and just keep those wheels turning, then you just take that decision fatigue out of it. You know it's what you're gonna do. And the same with your healthy breakfast. You get into a good routine. Maybe you eat, like we do, our green smoothie or a green juice every single day. I don't even think twice about it because A, I love it, it's delicious. B, it makes me feel great. C, I don't have to think about whether I'm gonna have scrambled eggs or bacon or toast or pancakes or a smoothie. It's like the smoothie is just what it is. So I think just make what's important to you non-negotiable. Don't even question it, and you'll get it done. So also the feeling afterwards, I will say, a lot of times you don't like to do A, B, or C. You don't like to go to the gym, or you don't like to work out, but you never regret it. You always feel better afterwards. So just ride on that high that you get after you do something good for yourself, and remind yourself the next time, like, how good you're gonna feel when you do it. Are you doing another Thanksgiving meal video like last year? I hope so. I guess we have not come up with anything yet, but we definitely could. Oh, we do have one thing we need to do is share our vegan gravy recipe. That could be a little simple one that we'll share. And then
Thanksgiving was the same as last year, so.
And then I also want to share like some kind of dessert. I was thinking like a carrot cake or like an apple crisp. What kind of dessert recipes would you guys want? Something that's kind of seasonal and Thanksgiving-y. If we don't do a Thanksgiving one, we'll at least do like some little ones like that, where it's just like gravy, dessert, sides. If not, we'll do something big for Christmas. Let's see. I just shot we did a video today on some of my favorite like vegan products, like handbags and sustainable fashion, conscious consumerism, zero waste, eco-friendly, recycled, upcycled, all that kind of stuff. So that video should be out sooner than later. Hopefully you guys are into more of a lifestyle type video like that. If you made a cookbook, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Well, that's good to know because it's definitely in the works, more so in my mind right now than on paper or on computer. But I've been cracking away at it little by little here and there. I just haven't gotten into that routine. Like, I need to take my own advice and do what I'm doing with my workouts and my breakfasts and healthy meals, is just build it into my day. Like, this is a non-negotiable. So Need your guys' help and support and motivation to get that done. But maybe with a baby here, that's something I can work on. Like, you know, while I'm just like lounging around, baby next to me, laptop next to me, I can start typing away and getting that ebook done. Let's see, crazy. Let's see. Yes, our recipe book would be oil-free, and that would be awesome. Crazy random question I've been pondering. This is from, do you say Jonna or Jonah? It's probably Jonna Baker from our friend from Instagram, Russ.
Oh, nice.
Crazy random question I've been pondering. Why do you think makeup and bras became a thing, and why are they still a thing? I don't know. I wear makeup and I love putting makeup on. I don't know why. I enjoy it. It's part of my morning routine, and I will say sometimes I feel naked without makeup, and I think that is a flawed mindset, and I think that I need to work on that. I need to be more comfortable with like not having to wear makeup. But that being said, I think it's just like anything else. It's like the clothing we wear, it's the hairstyles we choose. It's whether, you know, a guy maybe never wears shorts. It's whatever we're, hint, hint, Dusty, never wearing shorts. You know, whether we're trying to conceal something or we're trying to build up, you know, something else. So I try to look at makeup as I'm not trying to conceal so much as I'm trying to play up positive traits. And I think that if we can look at everything we're doing that way, like let's not be hiding ourselves, our true selves, let's be accentuating like our strengths, so to speak. But I know I'm just really covering for the truth. Makeup and bras, I don't know, I just think it's a cultural thing, it's a societal thing, and people are more accepting of a woman who looks put together, or maybe it's not even that, maybe it's just that.
See, that's not it, because
women,
I don't like you with it, so.
Maybe it's just that, you know, we feel more comfortable because we're afraid of being judged for our true colors. And yeah, I don't know, but I still love my makeup. And I talked to my grandma, and she's 85, and she still never leaves the house without makeup and without her hair done. And she loves to shop, and I'm like, as all natural as I try to go with things, I still feel like I just have that in me. I don't know. Yes, society is weird, very weird. And there's a lot of things like, I don't know, since being pregnant, I've realized that I've really had to retrain my brain to look at pregnancy and childbirth and parenting through more of a positive lens, because I feel like society looks at it like, oh, the soccer mom driving the minivan, and there's all these stereotypes, and they're negative stereotypes. And it's just, and you know, the angry mom at the grocery store, like yanking on her kid's arm, and like, I don't like any of that. And I've learned to reframe, I'm learning to reframe the way I look at all of it, because it's amazing. Our bodies were created to create, and the fact that they do is just amazing. And giving birth, hopefully naturally, is such a, I feel like a rite of passage, or like, I mean, it's got to be so empowering, and I can't wait to experience it and to kind of, I don't know, I've got a YouTube video in mind about just like the positives, the perks, and the pluses of pregnancy and parenthood. That's a lot of P's, but I mean, we need to shed more light on the positives and less on the negatives. You know, so many people are like, say goodbye to your travels, say goodbye to your social life, say goodbye to your marriage, your sex life, whatever it may be. But I really don't think that's the case. And we follow a lot of people online that travel the world with their, you know, 1-year-old or newborns. We've talked to so many people that, you know, they're like, oh, well, my 3-month-old has already been on over 30 flights, and it's just insane. It's just, you know, life is what you make it, and a child shouldn't prevent you from living your life to your fullest. A child should be integrated into your full life and, you know, join you on your adventures. And I just think that it's a great way to, you know, raise a kid who can be educated based on their life experiences, not just on textbooks. And I think that that's really a unique thing. And it helps, I think, with just open-mindedness, something that I didn't have as a kid, and I didn't get on an airplane for a really long time. And on that note, I was terrified of flying for a lot of years, wasn't I? Yeah. And so we're just gonna give our little babe as much exposure to the world as we possibly can and just bring them on our adventures with us. But society's got a lot of weird perspectives, mostly negative, on whether it's marriage or childbirth or parenting or buying a home or owning a dog. Like every step of the way we were kind of told, like, oh, be careful, you know, don't buy a house because A, B, or C. If you get married, then this and that, say goodbye. And I'm like, I couldn't imagine not being married to Dusty. My life got so much more full and so much more fun. My parents, so many people tried to stop us from getting a big, dark-haired, shedding dog, and we couldn't be happier with Bo. And so I know a kid's gonna be the same, as nervous or anxious as I can be. What?
You may want to let Bo in. I think they let
Oh, Bo is outside. We should go let him in. Let's go say hi to Bo. We gotta get this tree decorated. That's next on the list.
Yeah.
After this live. Come on, bud. There he is. Why don't you say hi? Come here, bud. Come here. What are you chewing on? He found some kind of treat.
Cauliflower.
Oh, he's got cauliflower. Yes, he's our plant-eating pup. He loves carrots and kale and apparently cauliflower.
You should show him V-Dog.
Yeah, he loves V-Dog. We've talked about that on here before on our homemade dog food recipe video. Culture makes us feel like buying things we don't need. Yes, that is very true. Hey, Ian, by the way. Ian says he likes natural beauty.
Yes.
Yeah, I do feel that. Culture makes us feel like we need to buy a lot of things we don't need. And I realized that when we did our wedding registry, and now with our baby registry, you get all these lists and emails of like things you've just gotta have. Before you know it, you realize you've got a room or a closet full of stuff, half of which you don't love, the baby doesn't love, whatever, and it's just taking up space. And I feel like visual clutter is mental clutter. So we've kind of been like, let's pump the brakes. Let's just wait and see what we need and what we don't need, because ultimately babies are minimalists. They don't need a lot. Let's see. Do you have baby names? Yes, we do have baby names. We have a couple girl names and a couple boy names, and we're just gonna kind of wait to reveal that until we know what they look like and, you know, what feels right at the time. Let's see. How do you stay calm in stressful situations? Well, I will. Yeah, I don't. Neither of us really do. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I think we're pretty good overall. We've been juggling a lot lately and staying pretty balanced. Something that has helped me a lot is just to, I guess, to start my morning out right and just kind of check some important things off of my list. Like I said, the workout, reading the Bible, meditating or journaling. Like I try to do these things every day. That helps me to feel a sense of security, I guess, or a sense of completion. It's a sense of satisfaction that helps me to feel less stressed about things the rest of the day that can be out of my control, or when I can't get my checklist completely checked off. At least I know I've done those non-negotiables, and that helps me to feel less stressed. And also, since I've been doing this like hypnobirthing course, I've been learning a lot about just, you know, how how much our mind has control over whether we're happy or sad. And it's been really awesome and really helpful. So I would definitely say look into some sort of like either meditation or hypnosis or spiritual, prayer life type of practice that you can work into your life, because you can always, in a stressful situation, you can call on those skills. You can call on God, you can have scripture, whatever it is, a mantra to kind of help you through those stressful times. Tasmania, Australia. Wow. Congrats to you both. Trust your instincts. You got it. Thank you for that. It can be hard to trust your instincts. My favorite Bible verse. It is... I don't know. What is yours? Yeah, I have the one that's in my Instagram bio, Philippians 4:8. I don't know how to say it from memory, but whatever is true, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is just, whatever is kind, think of such things. That's the gist of it, basically. Just something that... Dusty's is James 1:12. Let's see.
Blessed is the man who perseveres under trial.
Blessed is the man who perseveres under trial.
For when he stood the test, he will receive the crown of life.
For when he would what? For when he
has stood the test,
he
will receive the crown of life that God has promised.
He will
receive the crown of life.
Go ahead. He hasn't been on at all. He's like not backing me up.
Sorry, I'm just cooking.
Anyways, look up those 2 verses. Ian says, I want to start yoga. What's the best time to do it when I go to the gym 6 days a week and do weights every day? Yoga can be really awesome to do first thing in the morning or at the very end of the day. First thing in the morning, you can do more of an invigorating flow that's kind of like energizing and uplifting, or you can do it at the end of the day that's more restorative, that can help to stretch your sore muscles and just kind of wind you down for bedtime.
Where are we at? Oh, that one. Ian, you're not supposed to be lifting every day. We talked about this.
See, I don't know about that. If you are lifting every day, I would say just make sure you're working different muscle groups. But Dusty probably knows more than I do because he's worked with a trainer. But
so, Ian, we'll talk tomorrow on the phone because we have that planned, I know. But if you're lifting every day and you're always sore, you're not growing. You're just too sore all the time. So you need recovery days in between. Like I would lift 3 or 4 times a week, and I would do yoga on the in-between days or cardio on the in-between days, especially for you because you're trying to crush some pounds and lose some weight. So lift every other day, super hard cardio on the off days, and maybe yoga once or twice a week is what I'd recommend.
Is that your verse?
James 1:12?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So anyways, do you guys have any... I said anyways again. What?
I also like Hebrews 1:11.
Hebrews 1:11.
Or wait, 11.
Do you offer coaching? I have been lifting for 12 weeks, vegan for 4 years, and I'm super overweight, about 45 pounds. I know so. Yeah, we do offer coaching. If you go to eatmoveRest.com/coaching, you can look at our coaching packages there. We can definitely help you out, hopefully. Going back to the holidays, so let's see. If we're talking about going happy and healthy for the holidays, what is it that usually triggers stress in you guys, or what causes you to feel unhappy during the holidays? Let's talk about how we can flip the script on that. Russ, do you have any input?
Yeah. For me, like you said, I start feeling stressed about getting the house decorated and the lights put up outside, and it seems silly. And then work, like balancing work with play. Like, it's supposed to be the most fun time of the year. And it is, like, it is super fun, and whatever, my hair looks pretty funny. But anyway, just like trying to balance work and then come home at the end of the day and it's already dark outside, so I can't really work in the yard and I can't really decorate and have to cook dinner, and just crazy. It's just a lot of stuff. So I get stressed out by being too busy. So that's my thing. So what are your guys' tips for us? You know, we're right in it with all of you guys. We like to offer tips and tricks and advice on food and all this stuff, but any parents out there, any new parents have any tips or tricks or advice or consolation for us? I mean, that's what we're looking for it too. We need some positive vibes in regards to...
I feel the busyness thing too, especially lately, because we've had to take this home study course for getting prepared for birth, and then we've got meetings with our midwife and our doula, and we've got breastfeeding classes to take, and I'm just like, my head is spinning with just that stuff alone, and then teaching fitness classes and making YouTube videos and blog posts and running to the office, and even things like going to the grocery store lately. Just everything seems like an event. And when everything seems like an event, it almost feels like none of it's fun anymore. So that's kind of like what we're going through lately, is just like the busyness and the crowded schedule. Just, it makes life feel like a constant checklist and a constant chore. But we're just trying to power through, and I think December we're probably just going to kind of be able to hibernate here a little bit, and we'll be, you know, in one aspect we'll be really busy with a newborn, but in another aspect we'll kind of get to cut the ties on some of those other things that aren't as important for a while and just kind of slow down, I think. So Ian says cloudy, dark days. Since been so much here. The gym's been helping. Yeah, it helps a lot. And that's another reason I like morning workouts, especially when the days get shorter, is because I get that morning sunlight, which I feel like is just so invigorating and awakening, especially when it's really cold outside, but that sun hits your face. It's like there's like a warm cold sensation that together is just like so invigorating, and it helps me to feel alive in these dark winter months. So get that morning sun on your face, it helps. You guys are so genuine. Can you please do what I eat in a day videos? Well, thank you, first of all, and yes, that's what I keep thinking about. I'm like, number one, I want to do like vegan pregnancy what I eat in a day, but also just in general, we need to share more of what we eat in a day. It's just tricky because we feel repetitive, but maybe it just feels repetitive to us. We eat a lot of the same things every day, but I guess it'd probably be new for most of you guys. So we need to do more of those for sure. They're definitely fun. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? I really like the roasted root veggies that we do. It's sweet potatoes, different colored ones. We've got like the white ones and the orange ones, and then beets, and we'll throw like Brussels sprouts in there and just season them really good with like rosemary and thyme. So that's always been my favorite dish.
I forgot this isn't cooking with pot enough.
I hear breath work helps with stress, but I haven't tried it yet. It definitely does, and that's just that kind of comes with the whole meditation and hypnosis territory. We haven't had sun in over 2 weeks, been getting rain and snow, but I try. I've also been curious about those daylight bulbs, or there's like these daylight therapy bulbs that you can put in your house. I'm curious if you guys have tried those. Let's see. Thanks for answering my question. You are so welcome, Ivy. Let's see. The stew they make is so good. Had it. It is good, Ian. It's very good. Our root veggie stew is delicious. And we just made a chili, which is really, really good. How do you have properly nutrient-dense meals daily? So the main thing is getting your whole, fresh fruits and veggies and trying to change things up. And then it's also important to get your healthy fats. But the way that we do it is usually we try to get, we do smoothies in the morning just because it's the best way to really have a concentrated dose of nutrition in a glass. Like, you can put a lot in there. You can get all your carbs, all your proteins, all your healthy fats all in one glass. So, like for your healthy fats, you throw in your chia or your flax and you're good to go. And you throw in your fruit and you've got your carbs, and your greens and you've got your anti-inflammatories that way, and alkalizing stuff. And you throw in a good plant protein powder, and then you've got a really complete drink or meal. And then, we try to include as much variety as we can. When we make our salads, we try to incorporate lots of color into those, and again, topping them with healthy fats like a really healthy dressing or a guacamole or mashed avocado or hummus or anything like that. And then it's more at dinner time where we make these veggie stews and these cooked meals that always incorporate like healthy grains and legumes. So we do a lot of quinoa and brown rice and red lentils, green lentils, and steamed greens. So they're always high in protein, but more important, they're high in fiber and just healthy whole plant foods. So it's really not that difficult. And if you are worried about nutrient density or like getting a well-balanced diet, you should check out the Chronometer app, which we've talked about a lot. That really helps, especially for me being pregnant. I've looked into that app a lot just to make sure that I'm staying on track. I always have smoothies after my workouts in the morning now. It's so good. I definitely agree with you on that. And what I've learned is that I work out best first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Like I just work out a lot harder, and it feels so much better to replenish your body afterwards with that nutrient dense food, and your body is just like so ready to absorb it all. So that's just my personal preference, and I think Dusty's kind of on the same page there.
Yeah, it kind of depends. I think people can hear me.
Can you guys hear Dusty? I thought he would be sitting down with me, but he's going all in with dinner. And it's my job to chop us a salad, but I think it probably won't take me too long, so we're good. Let's see. Ivy said, I wish you the best on the day of your delivery. It's the most amazing experience. I loved being pregnant and the labor too. I was lucky that my 2 pregnancies were pretty easy. That's good. That's always reassuring to hear. I feel like everybody that I know that I talk to personally, not everybody, but almost everyone has like a horror story or like a don't do that, kind of story. But when I talk to you guys online, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or social media, I get so much positive reinforcement and encouragement, and it's just so refreshing, which is why we just love YouTube and love Instagram, because you guys are awesome, and we feel like we're just, it's hard to find people that are on the same page, especially here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Being vegan is just not necessarily the coolest thing, and being super health conscious and all of that. I don't know, we just get a lot of inspiration from you guys. I hear you're a first-time mama and papa. Hang in there, guys. It is overwhelming at first, but you both seem loving, smart, and kind. You will be great. Thank you so much. Yes, I guess we're not the first to go through this experience, which I keep reminding myself, any type of fear or nerves that I might have, it's been felt before, and it's all been done before with grace. So I just need to trust that we'll be able to do the same, and we'll figure it out. And it's just kind of one of those things, I think, that there is no textbook answer to how to be a perfect parent, or how to have the perfect pregnancy, or how to have the perfect birthing time, or any of that. But you just kind of ride the wave as you're on it, and whatever happens, happens. And we're very adaptable. We're very adaptable as a species, and I think that, you know, looking back even 5 years or 10 years, like if you look back on your own life, things change pretty dramatically, and we find ways to make it work. Don't be nervous and just embrace the moment, because it is definitely amazing and surreal. You can't get that moment back, so enjoy it regardless if yours is hard or easy. That's something we heard yesterday from someone that said the seasons, literally, like the seasons are cyclical. They come and go every single year. The holidays come and go every single year, but being a first-time parent is only one time. That only happens once. So like if Christmas isn't perfect, the house isn't perfectly decorated, or my birthday isn't the birthday of all birthdays this year, you know, it's okay, because this is a one-time experience for us, so we really need to be all in with it.
Hey, how long did I do the stew?
Yeah, I don't know. Dusty's having trouble figuring out our own recipe. I would be too. It's so hard to remember.
How long? 20 minutes? For the dog food? Do you remember how long I did the dog food?
I don't remember. So, question. Sorry, I was chomping on ice. We're making this stew in the kosori, which we had on our channel. We're not sure how long to put it in, because it's different from the Instant Pot. It's quicker than the Instant Pot. So if you guys have any ideas of how long to put this stew in.
It was on, I need to know how long we did the dog food.
I don't remember. Let's see. Wisconsin is such a hunting and meat-eating state. It makes things more judgmental on the plant-based side, but we have the plant power. That's how we are here too. Ashley Haas.
Where is she from?
A lot of stores definitely have great vegan options now, which is cool. Yeah, a lot of people are definitely, you know, plant curious, I would say. So like having those vegan options in stores, I mean, stores are catching on that they're just supplying whatever's in demand, and it's kind of trending right now. Even though it is like it's a lifestyle, it is also a trend right now, which is a good thing, because people are going to realize once they transition that it's going to stick for life because they feel so good.
I'm going back to our own video.
Dusty's checking one of our own videos to make dinner. Are you planning for another child after? No plans at this point. We're just kind of taking things slowly, and you know, we really want to focus on doing this right and well, and just kind of going from there. No plans. So I don't want to put that pressure on myself. It just seems scary to already be like, let's do this again, because the bodily changes, emotional changes, just the workload of like educating myself. I guess I won't have to really do that again, but there's a lot that goes into it. So for now, we're just kind of playing things as they lie. Let's see. So what else? Shoot me some more questions, you guys. What other kind of videos do you want to see us do? We like to get those video requests. Those are fun. Ian said, 10 minutes I see one site says for curry veggie stew. Try 10.
10?
Usually when we put just sweet potatoes into the kosori pot, it takes like 7 minutes, I think. So I would say 10 would be fair for a stew that has sweet potatoes in it. Don't you?
Well, we did 30 for the dog food. I'll try like 20.
Meal planning. That's a good idea for a video. We could do something like that. You wanna come sit down now? Maybe you man this while I chop? I need to chop salads, you guys. We have salads every night for dinner. What I eat in a day videos, recipes, nutrition, lifestyle, reducing waste. Do you plan a meal plan in advance, or do you have roughly the same list every week for groceries? Yeah, I would say our grocery list is pretty much the same every week, just because of the fact that we literally, like, 99% of what we get is in the produce section, so it's just always the same berries and bananas and fruits and sweet potatoes and greens. That's all pretty much the same. And then, you know, we buy our bulk bin grains and nuts and seeds, and then from there it's like we literally have like we try to have one of everything, so that when we come home to make a new recipe maybe, or an old recipe, it doesn't matter, then we've at least got a good, you know, good set of ingredients to work with no matter what. We don't really plan our meals in advance. Usually we just try to make big soups and stews that last us a couple days, so that, fingers crossed, we only have to cook 3 or 4 times at night during the week. But you know, it's still kind of tough sometimes. And then, you know, around this time of year there's a lot of holiday parties and events and gatherings and going to dinner. We're trying to cram in date nights, so it kind of helps, I think, to be able to go out to dinner. It's just such a treat to not have to cook, because we cook a lot. Let's see. Grocery haul. What we buy in a week for meal planning. That would be good. That'd be fun. We have done a couple, but we're due for another. You know what we should do? We have our holiday harvest farmers market on Sunday. Maybe we can bring you guys with for that, because it's always a lot of fun to see just how much produce can be produced here in Nebraska in the freezing cold weather. We could do like a Thanksgiving haul or something.
We did that last year.
Oh yeah. What do you have in your salads? I only have some romaine, but no toppings. Usually
veggies are easy to rinse and top.
Usually in our salads I'll do romaine, and then I'll like tear up some curly kale and kind of squish it and squeeze it, because that helps to make it a little bit softer and more palatable, and I'll like mix that in really small bits. It makes it easier to eat that nutrient-dense kale along with the tasty romaine. And then I'll top it with lots of different colors. I always have bell peppers on hand, so I'll dice some of those up. Lately I've been doing radishes, and I just bought some shiitake mushrooms, which, by the way, are supposed to be like one of the only plant sources, or I guess they're fungus, but one of the only vegan sources of vitamin D3. So they absorb vitamin D from the sunlight somehow, just like our skin does. But I eat those a lot, especially in the winter, because they're good to keep your vitamin D levels up naturally. What else do we add to our salads? Oh, frozen veggies, like Dusty was saying. So what we'll do, we don't have a microwave, we'll just pour a little strainer, colander thing with some frozen corn or frozen peas, and just run it under the kitchen sink, and it just use hot water, and then it thaws it out, and you're good to go. What? Did you guys hear Dusty in the background? It didn't sound good. I hope you didn't screw it up too bad. What'd you do?
I don't know, it's like burning.
Oh.
I just can't get this figured out.
Let's see. Healthy salad dressings. Yeah, that's a good idea. Something really simple and basic that we do is just tahini mixed with lemon. He doesn't like it, but I love it. And I think a lot of people that I've watched on social media do it too, and it's really good. Something else that makes salads taste good is we'll just do whipped avocado, and then we'll use what's called coconut aminos. So it's kind of like liquid aminos, but not as salty. Liquid aminos is like soy sauce salt, basically. But coconut aminos has a slightly, it's like sweet and salty, but not as salty as coconut or liquid aminos. Now I'm getting confused. But try that stuff. That stuff's good. Let's see. Grocery hauls. Yes, we need to do a grocery haul. Would you do a video to help new starters on the plant-based pathway? Yeah, that's definitely something we need to do too. Yeah, we need to do one of those. Plant-based starter guide. That's a good idea. How long should you oil pull for? We usually do it for about 20 minutes. And let's see. I think, did we do a video on oil pulling? I can't remember. I thought we mentioned it, but maybe we didn't. But we've actually been meaning to do one on like how to get a whiter, brighter smile. Like we have a DIY toothpaste recipe, and then talk more about oil pulling too. So you do it for 20 minutes. It's just take a spoonful, anywhere from a teaspoon to a tablespoon of coconut oil, put it in your mouth. It melts right away. It might seem like a weird sensation at first, but it melts, and then you swish it in your mouth for 20 minutes, and it's supposed to kind of pull toxins from your mouth and help to loosen up some of the grit and grime on there to keep plaque at bay, and helps with your breath. And I don't know, I just think it helps to get a cleaner scrub when you go to brush your teeth afterwards. So we've been doing it for probably like 4 or 5 years, and it seems like, oh my gosh, how do you do that 20 minutes a day? But really, like, come downstairs first thing, pop the oil in my mouth, and then I'll go upstairs and I will read my Bible. I will do a little meditation and do my like daily devotional, and kind of just like get my mind right for the day. And maybe I'll go into the bathroom and start to, you know, put on makeup or wash my face or whatever it may be. And before you know it, it's already been maybe 25 minutes, and spit the oil, brush teeth, and then drink 32 ounces of water before any food goes down. So that's what I would recommend, and it works great. Let's see. I would love to see Dusty do some weightlifting and exercises that I should do, but probably takes a lot of work to make that. We just bought, yeah.
I know.
We just got an exercise mat for our basement, and I think it's got some really great lighting, and we like hid this exercise mat underneath our rug down there. So if we just pull that back now, I think that's gonna be a good spot to start doing more fitness videos. And like I said, I wanna do bar and yoga and all that stuff, and Dusty's really been wanting to do like some of those lifting and that type of stuff, so you guys can see what he does too. So we'll for sure get something worked out. How long have you all been vegan? It has probably been about 5 years. It was a slow and steady process for sure. Yeah, it didn't happen overnight. We went vegetarian for 40 days, and we've got like our whole story on YouTube you can watch, but we just kept, the further along we went, the better we kept feeling. So, you know, and we kept learning more too about what's good for you, what's bad for you. So we just finally were like, you know what? There's something to it. We know what the truth is as far as like how it impacts your health. So it's just encouraged us to stick with it. Let's see. How important is drinking water first thing in the morning, since we are dehydrated from no drinking all night? Yeah, definitely. I would say that water first thing in the morning is the most important. A lot of people do, I do warm water usually. I'll just warm it. I've got like an electric tea kettle. So I'll fill my cup, pour it in there, heat it for a few, not like hot water, but just like barely warm. So it's a little bit warmer than room temperature, and it's supposed to just help awaken your digestive system, because yeah, you've been sleeping all night and your body is going to be dehydrated. So it can help to just really energize you. You'd be surprised what just being well hydrated will do for your energy levels. And it just cleanses, wakes things up, so that when you actually go to drink a juice or a smoothie, since we're all doing these healthy breakfasts, right? Then it just helps things to already be awake and ready to digest more properly without kind of shocking your system, so to speak. Let's see. Ian's been vegan for 11 months. That's legit. So when is your 1-year anniversary? We're gonna need to have a little celebration. Do you place lemon in your morning water ever? I did for a while, but since being pregnant, the lemon water for some reason turned out to be not the tastiest, so I'm not sure. Lately I like limes a lot better than lemons. I don't even know what that's about, but Ian says only 2 months with no animal stuff.
What?
Let's see. Only 2 months with no animal stuff.
What does that mean?
So he's been vegetarian for 11 months is what it sounds like. January 2nd, I think I started. Wow. That's a long time. That's a big deal. Do you have a smoothie in the morning when it's winter and cold, or do you eat warm things such as oatmeal? I used to do oatmeal like every single day religiously, but it's been a while. And I don't know, I can't get off the green smoothies. They're just so good, even though it is cold. Honestly, like usually what I'll do is I have an auto start on my car and it has a seat heater in it. So I'll hit start on my car while I'm blending the smoothie and then drink that smoothie on the way to work or wherever I'm going. And I'm usually like pretty toasty, so it doesn't really bother me too much. But yeah, I totally get like a lot of people, even like if you're really into yoga and like Ayurvedic medicine, Ayurvedic food and lifestyle practices, then they will say that like that's not good to have cold in the cold. But it works for me and I feel a lot better with green smoothies than I do with oatmeal, so that's just what I stick to. But yeah, oatmeal is a great warm option. Let's see. What else?
I eat oatmeal. I better get back on there.
Yeah.
How much time do we got? 7 minutes? 3 minutes?
Whoa.
So I sometimes will skip a smoothie and like Erin will make a double batch of smoothie and I'll just leave it in the fridge until I get home for lunch sometimes and I'll have it then. And then, cause sometimes I don't like that being super cold in the morning either. And then I will have oatmeal like probably 3 or 4 days a week. I'll have oatmeal for lunch and yeah, I love that. It's super good. I put a bunch of chia seeds and hemp seeds, bananas and dates and strawberries. That's like my favorite ones. Frozen, all frozen fruit. Put it in there. It thaws down. But I don't think oats make me feel the best. Again, I think we would both agree that if we could eat raw all the time, just fruit, then we totally would. But when it's cold out, the oatmeal is definitely Gucci.
What do you think about this? What's
What?
a good post-workout protein smoothie without using protein powder?
Well, you'd have to put something that has protein in it. Peanuts are like the highest source of protein outside of beans. So unless you want to put beans in there, which would be kind of gross, then you could do, I would say like oats, which I've seen people blend up, or peanuts, but they're also going to be very high in fat.
I would say if you're gonna, yeah, it's gonna be hard without a protein powder, which is isolated, it doesn't have fat in it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to have something that has fat in it probably, which I would say your best bet would be seeds, like chia, flax, and hemp. Hemp is an awesome source.
Yeah.
I would do hemp seeds. But you want those healthy fats in your smoothies anyways, because especially because they're already like pre-chewed essentially. You're gonna want something that's gonna latch on to those fat soluble nutrients in that smoothie to help it absorb and assimilate into your body.
I wouldn't worry too much about the protein anyway because it's glycogen that our muscles need prior to a workout. You need to refuel those muscles with glucose, and so the body can convert it to glycogen to rebuild those muscles. So protein is essential, yes, but just get a big healthy fruit smoothie in, and I think you'll still be good.
And honestly, like I don't use a ton of protein either. I usually just do a half scoop whenever I have a shake because I just feel like my body doesn't need all of that protein. So you could always just go, if you're trying to steer clear of the powder, just use less of it and phase it out if you're wanting to go with a more whole food source. Do people ever put rice in their smoothie?
No.
It would have to be cooked probably. I mean, you'd even be surprised how much protein is in like the barley grass juice powder and your leafy greens, and it all adds up. Even the fruit that you add in has protein in it. But well, this has been fun, you guys. We could hang around, but I think 60 minutes is a good cutoff time, and we want to do these more often, so we better call it a night. And I've got to get some salads chopped that we can eat before this stew is done.
Yeah.
So what
See
do
you guys.
think? If you guys want in the future when we do these live videos, I mean, we can go more structured with it and just like
I'll sleep in.
lecture you guys or teach you guys if you want us to. But I kind of
like these.
I like the free form answering questions. But yeah, I mean, I liked having the title Happy and Healthy for the Holidays. That's just how my mind works. It just sounded nice. Hopefully we covered it a little bit for you guys, but if you want something more structured next time, let us know. Or if you just like these back and forth Q&A, just hangout sessions, that's great too. But okay, so I'm thinking we need to do a food haul video, a meal planning video, a what I eat in a day video. Does that sound good to you guys? Sounds good to me. And we'll also be sharing some pregnancy stuff, like not bombarding you with it, but I want to share my 3rd trimester stuff with you guys, what I've been eating, what I've learned, you know, how I've grown, and then also sharing my birth story after the baby was born, letting you guys in on that and sharing how it all went down. But yeah, we're gonna do lots of healthy stuff coming up. So thanks for the suggestions. Thanks for tuning in. Share this with friends and family if there's anything in there, any little nuggets of wisdom that might help out. But thanks, you guys, and get in touch with us on Instagram. As always, that's where we're the most present because it's just fun. So, see you guys.
See ya.
Dusty says bye. You want to wave?
Ciao.
Where's
Stuck
Bo?
in the corner of the kitchen.
Bo says bye. Bye. Baby says bye. I've got stretchy pants on. Time to decorate and eat dinner.